Boruto dropped a giant Rasengan on the entire village.
He just went full Sasuke. He kept going with the Sasuke plan. I'm taking out the leaf.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Anime Sagas Podcast, the podcast where we dive into your favorite animes and we talk about them. Today, we have a treat as we're talking about Boruto. And most importantly, we are talking about Boruto post-time skip. Because we have no idea what's going to happen after this time skip, but we know that Boruto and Kawaki are going to fight. But before we dive into that, my name's Yasin, aka Yasin That Guy, and I have today my co-host Serge. Serge, how are you doing today, sir?
I'm doing good, man. I'm here. I'm alive. And we're here to discuss about our topics here. And I might have to let the listeners know that we do have different resource materials. While I have the anime, which I've been keeping up to date with, Yasin's been reading the manga. So Yasin's has a straightforward storyline that's going to eventually lead to the end. I have the story, but I also have the fillers. The many fillers.
Well, that just means you have a different perspective.
But there's so many fillers.
Well, I guess to kick things off, some of our viewers may not be caught up with Boruto, or maybe they stumbled upon this video and have no idea who Boruto is. So I guess we should first set that up. So if you're watching this or listening to this, first off, spoiler warning. Anything past this point, spoilers. So let's start. So Boruto is, I don't want to say problematic, but kind of problematic because he has everything Naruto wanted as a kid, but it's also biting him in the butt at the same time because Naruto's not around. He's the Hokage. He's never home. He sends shadow clones home rather than being home until Kawaki comes by and Naruto's like, I'm a dad now. And it's like, Naruto, what are you doing?
But can we talk about how stuck up this kid is? Naruto ain't had none of this. None of that. He ain't had a family like that. Not even siblings. And Boruto's like, my dad's useless.
Right.
Tired all the time.
Right.
Like he ain't the Hokage. It doesn't have all these shadow clones around the villages. It takes time and energy for that.
Exactly.
And he's like, Dad, why can't you not be Hokage for once?
Exactly.
Like what?
Exactly. He doesn't see...
That's a full-time job.
He doesn't see all the things that Naruto does for the village, and that point leads to this entire story. Boruto cheating on the Chunin Exams using these scientific ninja tools, which leads to the arrival of Momoshiki, which leads to Momoshiki placing karma on Boruto and slowly taking over his body, which I believe at this point he's 80% Otsutsuki. And this is after Boruto's pretty much fully controlled by Momoshiki after his, Naruto's, and others' final battle against Ishiki. So right now, Boruto is in this weird place of, I don't want Momoshiki to take over, and I'm gonna accept that if I need to go, if someone needs to end my life, that's fine, because that's the shinobi way. Something else we should mention too is that Kawaki lost his karma because Ishiki fully took over Jigen's body. However, we know he gets it back based on that first scene we ever saw in Boruto. So I guess before we talk about the end, how do you think Kawaki is going to get his karma back?
Something tells me that he probably never really lost it in the first place. Like it's somewhere still dormant inside him, and that's probably how he's gonna get it back. Cause like this was supposed to be the vessel.
Right.
If you're gonna be the body for Ishiki, it's gonna take a lot more to take out the power needed to be that embodiment for him. So I think that it's probably still dormant inside of him for now. So it won't come out until probably another fight.
And to add on to what you're saying about the karma coming back, Amado has talked to Kawaki about putting the karma back into his body because apparently he can do that. But Kawaki's like, no, I don't want to do that because I don't need that power. And
I understand. He learned from Naruto that he's like, I want to try to not depend on that power anymore. He wants to try to use more jutsus now. And like, there's going to be a time where he's going to have a talk with somebody. I don't know who it's going to be, where he's going to be like, you can use your jutsu and you can use this power and they'll both be yours. they're not this person's if you control it.
Right. It's kind of a
Kind of
similar
like,
to Naruto in a way with
yeah,
the Nine
so
Tails.
I feel like maybe that talk might happen.
Mm-hmm.
So it might be during a serious moment where he'll have to make the decision again whether or not to have that re-implanted into him.
Yeah, I can see that. The other possibility is too that it could be forced upon him. He could go the entire season of like, I just don't want this power anymore. But actually, one conversation that's happened is that he's told Boruto to possibly put karma on someone else. So if Momoshiki takes over, his soul will go into another vessel, so Boruto can still live. So it's possible at some point. I don't know what's going to cause Boruto to snap. I don't know if Momoshiki actually does take over or Boruto just loses it. But maybe Boruto puts karma on Kawaki for some reason. There's a lot of different possibilities. But I really like your theory of him coming to terms with the power itself and trying to make it his own. And it's possible that could happen because of Boruto. Boruto's now Momoshiki. Boruto's gone. And he's like, the only way to stop him is to activate this power again. And maybe he has this internal battle of that. If he puts karma back on, I don't see this happening because it doesn't sound like it could. But Ishiki could come back and he could have this battle internally of like Ishiki trying to take over his body, but Kawaki at the same time is like, I'm not going to let you take over.
It could happen like internally because Ishiki did have so much mental grab on him that I don't know if it showed it in the manga as much, but in the anime, Kawaki would often have flashbacks of the teachings that
Yes.
he had to go through and the mental anguish that he had to endure when he was sold by his father to Ishiki to be the role as a vessel.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe it might happen again where like he might just get another like really bad flashback to the point where it becomes a physical manifestation or a hallucination for him.
Yeah, I definitely think that could be a possibility, especially with what we discussed, that he is 80% Otsutsuki, he is 80% Ishiki. So that is definitely a huge possibility. But regardless, we know that Kawaki is going to get karma back at some point. So I guess let's move on to the end of Boruto. Like, what's happening here? Why are they fighting? Is Boruto evil? Was he taken over by Momoshiki? Like, what's going on?
I think maybe Boruto does get taken over by Momoshiki because it already has happened before, but I don't think he'll stay inside Boruto. I think something might happen.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody, I don't know who, might have an idea or a plan or jutsu that could throw Momoshiki out of Boruto, which would prompt a new battle with Boruto, Kawaki, and Momoshiki.
Oh, that's so cool. That would be so dope.
So it would be the two karma holders or the two vessels versus now Momoshiki, the big villain.
Right. That's really cool. I like that. I like that idea. I love that idea. And I think, I don't know if I remember this correctly, but I don't know if Kawaki said to put karma on Code, to place his karma on Code and take over his body at some point. That's another possibility of if Boruto switches over to Code's body and has this power of Momoshiki and Ishiki combined into one vessel or something like that. Just be OP. It just be OP.
Oh man, that'd be a pretty OP power.
But one question is, everyone says that Boruto is probably the villain, and I think we talked about this like off camera of how Boruto might kill Mitsuki, as Mitsuki's kind of like being set up to be his moon. And it's kind of like a parallel between Naruto and Sasuke, where Naruto never gave up on Sasuke. And Sasuke would never kill Naruto, but in this case, Boruto's going to do it. So it's a complete opposite of that story. That might happen before he turns into Momoshiki. Something might happen where it's an accidental kind of thing, and
Yeah, I feel,
that pushes Momoshiki to go full 100% and take over because his consciousness is so broken now that he's killed one of his best friends or something like that.
I definitely feel like that might happen because I felt like they really didn't. They left it hanging when they had that little sun and moon conversation. It was definitely something that they were gonna bring back, not like as an important thing, but as a setup to something else. So it could possibly be the death of Mitsuki. Boruto sees this and loses control.
That makes sense.
Maybe.
That makes sense. They're definitely going to bring it back up because even the manga, it's not even a conversation they've had yet. It's just like a side story of like talking about Mitsuki's past. And he's like, I am the moon. I have to go find my son. It hasn't been spoken about yet. So I think that's definitely going to be a storyline they bring back up soon, especially in this post time skip. But another question where I was trying to go to, but I got off topic because it was good to bring up Mitsuki. In that first scene of Boruto, Kawaki says, I'm going to send you to the same place I sent the Seventh Hokage. And which is why everyone thought he's the villain. But thinking about the kind of how this has been set up, where Sasuke has definitely said, if it needs to happen, I will take Boruto out. And Naruto has told the other Kage, I will do what I have to do because I'm the Hokage. So it kind of makes me think now, what if post time skip, Kawaki is this amazing ninja for the village, right? He's coming to his own and everything, but Boruto flips. I've seen this theory go around that Naruto may help Boruto escape the village, making Naruto a rogue ninja. And it's possible that with that line, it can refer to that I'm willing to take you out, Boruto, because I took your father out because I had to for the sake of this village. So what if Naruto is going to go rogue because he can't take his son out?
I really don't know because literally watching the anime, Kawaki has so much adoration for Naruto.
Yeah.
Like, it's hard seeing the flip. There's a chance that it could happen. Like, I need for Kawaki to go back to the old Kawaki. Because right now, he's like a new Kawaki.
Yeah.
He's all about being nice and a team player. He likes being with the Seventh and his family.
Yeah.
Like, so it's going to be, like, I need to see that chance that it could happen.
I could see that. But, like, the thing is, like, I get what you're saying, but, like, if he, regardless of his admiration for Naruto, if he's become this ninja that everyone can count on, and now he understands the shinobi way and sees that Naruto, regardless of the reasoning, is doing something that's harming the village that now he loves, I don't think it's a question of, like, going back to the old Kawaki. It's just, like, this is who you raised me to be now. You raised me to be this
strict Kawaki.
Yeah.
He's going by the rules.
Yeah, you raised me to be this ninja, and I have to do what I have to do to protect the village. And what you're doing, Naruto, isn't protecting the village. So sorry, I have to go take down Boruto, so I have to go through you first. And that would be such an emotional scene.
It would be.
Like, to have the kid that Naruto raised and technically raised, right? Built him up to be this ninja,
basically
helped him deal with his demons, and now I have to take him out because the village is being destroyed because you weren't able to take Boruto out when we needed to. It makes me want to cry right now because it's like it's just like it's the ultimate. It's like the ultimate fall. It's not even a fall of his character because this is who Naruto is. He did it for Sasuke. Even though I realize now watching Naruto again, they should have took Sasuke out when they had the chance. The same thing could happen here where he's going to protect Boruto and Sasuke is doing what Naruto should have done a long time ago. Possibly Naruto takes Sasuke out to protect Boruto. Oh my gosh.
Oh man, that would be so much. The end of Naruto.
Be insane.
Oh my gosh.
Insane.
Whew. The end of a childhood right there.
Right. Right. If they want to close Naruto out and they want to end that story. It has to be in the way that fits Naruto's character, and that is going by his ninja way, which is, he always says he's going to go by his word, but it's also he's going to protect those he cares about. He's not going to let go of those bonds regardless of who or what it is, whatever the case may be. And if Boruto does flip to Momoshiki, Naruto's not gonna be the one to take Boruto out. He's not. He can't do it.
It's a way to do it, man. It is a way to do it. Just end of a generation right there.
Yeah.
Just right there. And just open up to a new one. This is all about Boruto now.
Mm-hmm.
Although it would be hard to watch as growing up with Naruto, it would be a good ending for him.
If it does happen that way, then Kawaki is like the last shinobi standing. Whatever happened to everyone else, I'm not sure. Probably Boruto dropped a giant Rasengan on the entire village.
He just went full Sasuke. He kept going with the Sasuke plan. I'm taking out the leaf.
Because Momoshiki's Rasengan is ridiculous. But yeah, that's that.
Yeah.
So what do you guys think of our Naruto turns against the Leaf Theory and everything else we talked about? Because we're at the end of the podcast. Thank you guys so much for listening wherever you're listening. If you're on Apple Podcasts, please give us a 5-star review. Anywhere else, give us a like, a follow, a subscribe. It all helps us so much. But that's all we got for today. My name's Yasin, aka Yasin That Guy. This is Serge, and we'll see you guys next time.